verse number 84. Abhreshu satsudhavatsu somo dhavati bhati vai tadvat atmani dehatvam pasyatyajnana yogatah yatheva digviparyasah mohat bhavati kasyachit tadvat atmani dehatvam pasyatyajnana yogatah. Up to this we have seen. So the topic was very clear. What we experience is not reality. What we see is not reality. The false appearance of a given situation gives a reality because of my insecurity, my need. So this is the basic thing to be understood in life. What is there in front of me always gets its importance based on my insecurity, what I name it as need. Because as all of you know, basically we all have three needs: food, shelter, and clothing. We human beings work a lot not only to take care of these three basic needs, but we always work to take care of our insecurities. If you observe, it's very rare an animal dies because of food. Any animal dies because of lack of food. Somehow or other, nature takes care. Whereas a human being, or you can see the best example, this Bengal famine, or many other things we have in India and all over the world. Many human beings die not because of lack of food, but because of somebody's insecurity. So in short, even though we say we are working for my need, but always I work for my insecurity. The more I understand that I am working for my insecurity, at least I will have honesty wherever I find difficulties, problem to withdraw. If I don't have this knowledge that I am only working for my insecurity, but thinking that I am working to take care of my need, not only my need, others' need, that's more dangerous. Swamiji, basically I don't need anything, but for the family's sake, I am doing this. If you ask me, Swamiji, today I am ready to pack up and come to you. Just you call me, you see. But the problem is, because of my family, I cannot. Because their need is my need, I see. That is second dangerous step. That others' need becomes your need. How is it possible? Others' need cannot be your need. Yes, others' need can be your insecurity. When your need itself is not your need, because your basic needs are being taken care by the nature of the law. How can the need of others becomes your need? Remember, this is nothing but it is insecurity, but mind is so smart, intelligent, tries to fool, and finally you say, it is my duty. From need, insecurity, it will jump to duty. Never ending process. However, to communicate here that the experience that we come across is not reality, the truth. Means the person at any time should get carried away. If the person at no time should get carried away, if the person gets carried away, that means chapter is completed. Continuing. Yatha sasi jale bhati chanchalatvena kasyachiti dehavat atmani dehatvam pashyatya yogataha. Says look, yatha sase jale bhati. So the sasi jale chanchalatvena kasyachit bhati. So to a person, kasyachit, to a person who is looking at the water, and the water is slowly moving and the reflection of the moon is visible in the night. Now what happens? Because water is moving, now what will happen? The moon will appear as though moving very fast. So the chanchalatvam of water, the unsteadiness of water will be attributed to the sight of moon. I remember in our childhood we have done. So we will be catching the moon in the water. Because, in our childhood, okay, I'll give you moon. So nowadays, youngsters promises, okay, I'll give you moon, okay. So those days, this grandparents, especially grandmother, will promise, don't cry, I'll give you moon. Moon will come and play with you, Chand Mama. So he will come and play with you. So how to catch? And of course never happens. Then when we start little growing, when we become 4 or 5 years old, so then in the night, let us go and catch the moon. How to catch the moon? So in the water. And finally, we get devastated, nothing happens, How as a child we were trying to catch the moon in water, thinking the reflection of the moon is the moon. Not only as a child, we used to call few children, come together, so that we will have success, we will celebrate, because without celebrating, success has no value. Imagine, you get Olympic gold medal and come back. Nobody recognizes you in the airport. Nobody is there to, acknowledge you. How you will feel? You will be devastated. Better not to have, okay? So also, without celebrating, so what is the fun? So we call others to make sure that there should be celebration. But in reality, we never. So this example is a little different in keeping with that. So the chanchalatvam of water, the unsteadiness of water is connected to, is attributed to the unsteadiness of the moon. Tadvat. So also, similarly, because of association with ignorance, now me being the chit, the awareness, is considered as this body-mind complex. Continuing. Paramatmanya vidyatah देहाध्यास हि जायते सैवात्मपरिज्ञानात् लीयते च परात्मनि. So Adi Shankaracharya thought, look, I have given enough of example. You being the intelligent student, having Samadhamadi Satka Sampati, especially Sadhana Chatushtayam, hope you are able to understand this. Now he concludes very carefully, Evam, thus, the example that we have given, in this manner the teaching was being unfolded. Avidyatah, or avidya is avidyaya ityartha, because of ignorance. Now what happens? Now there is a delusion. Dehadhyasaha atmani jayate iti. Like how this rajju adhyasaha, sarpadhyasaha rajo jayate. How this snake adhyasa, the superimposition, the delusion of the snake, that takes place where? On, or you can say in, where? In raju, in a rope, on a rope. Vishaya Saptami, in. Now, what happened here? So also, in the same manner, because of ignorance, here dehadhyasaha, the superimposition of the body, that takes place, arises, happens, jayate, arises, happens, indeed, in Atma. And interestingly, even though this happens, but because of this delusion, now the person is carried away. But interestingly, this delusion also will go away. Like once we have the knowledge of the rope, snake disappears. We don't have to do anything in order to snake to go away. No, I have to do Japam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, let me dance around. No, 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 I must sit down and do meditation. No, 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 I need to do some karma yoga. No, 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 because I am scared, I should stand on my head so that the snake will be afraid, will go away. Hatha yoga. You understand? No, 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 I must do this. I don't want to get into details, okay? You know better. All these things. You people are master in this, okay? So, what I am highlighting here is, I may have to do japam or kirtanam, singing song. All these things are required to console myself. Hey, like, one joker was there. All is well, not all. All is well, all is well, all is well. He's a funny guy, okay? But he made fool. However, so you can, to console yourself, not to be afraid of that snake, or you can say to engage your mind, to divert your mind. You can do any activities, but remember, all these activities are not going to make the snake to go away, to run away from you. If there is a real snake, will go away. If the snake itself is superimposed, how can it go away? Will it be possible? Yes, when you are standing on your head for a long time, because a lot of blood that comes, so automatically the snake will not be visible as a snake, okay? Then you can say, look, snake vanished. When you close your eyes and you don't project anything, now look, snake is no more. It's vanished. Can you understand the logic? If you started doing dance and this and that, look, snake is scared because you are got nearer to the God, so that's why snake is hiding. All these things are useful to take care of your mind, to divert your mind. But all these things are not at all useful to remove the snake from the rope. Only knowledge, jnanam, nothing else, the light. You need a torch light. So also any sadhana that you do, all are useful, nothing is useless. The japa, the dhyanam, kirtanam, puja, all these things are useful. For what? For preparing the mind, but not removing the ignorance. That one has to be very clear. How? He says beautifully that because of avidya, now dehabhyasa, he indeed jayate, arises. The superimposition that takes place, the superimposition of the body that takes place in Atma, in self, both. And he says, look, interestingly, saeva, that very superimposition, that really liyate, dissolves, disappears. How? Atma parigyanat. Knowing the self well. And where does it dissolve? It dissolves in Paramatma, Paramatmani, in the self. It's like once you bring the torchlight, now what happens? Now where will the snake resolve? The resolution of the snake has to happen where? In the rope. You discover, hey look, rope is lying down, where is snake? You are smart. Actually snake ran away. You understand? So if you say snake ran away, so thank you, nothing you understand, okay? In this example, at least. Yeah. Look, my ignorance is gone. Yes, good. Where did it go? So please, now I have to catch the ignorance, okay? Let it come back or go to, divert it to somebody. It's not like that, okay? Continuing. Sarvatmamaya gyantam jagat stavara jangamam abhavat sarvabhavanam dehasya chatmata kutah. So Lord Adi Shankaracharya, our teacher, great teacher, we call as Bhagavan. So he understood the teaching I have given enough. So why not to give some advice? Because hoping that the student mind is able to take this advice. Because the problem is, when the student mind is not available, so there is no point of giving advice. And maximum thing is just to point out whether what is right, what is wrong. But when you start pointing out what is right, what is wrong, and if you discover the person start reacting, so it's better not to point out, because these are the steps we do that very carefully. So first we say, look, this is right, this is wrong. And if you discover directly or indirectly, the person starts reacting. Means the person still is not ready or willing to listen to. And some of them, they will not react directly, they will react indirectly, means will express their frustration in others, in other things. So that is equally dangerous, more dangerous. Or it will bounce back. So that is also equally bad. However, when the teaching, or let us say, when the limitations are being pointed out, that's the right word. When the erroneous perception is being pointed out, when your limitations of thinking is being pointed out, if you start reacting, if you start to protect yourself, if you start that thinking that you are right, maybe other person is wrong, or you can say, look, I am right, you are also equally right. But you don't understand my standpoint. What does it mean? Hey, look, you are trying to say that, oh, I am better than you, but you don't understand basic thing. And in that case, the person, the teacher has to keep quiet. Same thing had happened in Bhagavad Gita. If you observe, in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna the way asked the question, place my chariot in between both the armies, stapaya me achyuta, oh achyuta, ratham stapayati, may you place my chariot, with a voice, like one person told in Indian Parliament, because Indian Parliament is a joke, okay? One lady says, I am, artist, I know the body language. This is a joke of Indian Parliament, okay? Means I don't know what sort of these ladies have so problem, I don't really understand. Why? Accept that you are a lady first. Something is wrong, seriously. And they represent country, okay? And who herself is contradicting the parliament, okay? Once he says, I am so and so. Because whatever is in the record, that has to be told, okay? Because everybody should know what is all about it. Very unfortunate, India. India is going other way around. However, this is not our class. This is not topic. So here, when Arjuna says, Stapaya, may you place the chariot? The way he said, did Lord Krishna open his mouth? He just kept quiet. Okay, may you say. So why to? Then after vomiting, too much vomiting, so they again, out of compassion, again Lord Krishna wanted to, push a button, okay, another button, what? A little tough button, okay? Each time it has to be little higher dose. What is that? Mas magama partha noetat toyupapadyate. So then after that he says, look, you are behaving like a klevam, like a eunuch. Imagine, the Arjuna who gave lecture in the first chapter, and Lord Krishna says, hey, look, you are behaving like a cleaver, like a eunuch, neither this way nor that way. What Arjuna could have said, hey, what are you talking? You are disrespecting me? Do you understand what are you talking? Now I will go to the commission, okay? I will protest against you. You are humiliating me. You don't understand. No, present day students will do this, okay? Please don't misunderstand me. So then what happened? But because Arjuna kept quiet, then again Lord Krishna put little bit more further. In fact, when he bent down, then only teaching started, or else there was no teaching at all. So here also same thing. The methodology you can see everywhere in the same way. Now first you saw the limitations, we were seeing the limitations of our thinking, our experience, the knowledge, the information that we hold on to, whatever we know, everything was discussed in details. Then after that, there is no reaction at all. Adi Shankaracharya believes now the student is receptive. At least something will enter. Now he does not want to miss this opportunity. So what does he do? So he says, hey, look, better listen to this advice. So what is that? So the advice is, look, first of all, you need to see that yada stabara jangamam sarvam jagat atmataya gyatam bhavati iti. When you understand that sarvam atmataya gyatam iti, sarvam means everything. So what is that everything? Jagat iti, the universe, and which is what? Both stavaram and jangamam, movable and immovable. So we have to also add gyatam or gyatam. So what is knowable and what is unknowable? That also to be added. So that means the entire universe, the prapancha, vyaktam, avyaktam, that also to be added. That which is manifested, that which is not yet manifested. So vyaktam, avyaktam, stavaram, jangamam, gyatam, agyatam, sarvam etat jagatam iti. So when this entire universe is gyatam, is known, as known what? Known as atmataya, as atma. Now what happens? He says, look, because of this reason, sarva bhavanam abhavat dehasya cha kutah atmata. So when we discover sarvam iti abhavam, so there is no house, there is no village, there is no country, there is no earth, there is no sun, sarvam abhavam iti. Now when this is the understanding, why sarvam abhavam iti? Because there is no that pot, only clay continues. So everything is isness, we say. Isness, the existence. That potness, clayness, finally it comes to isness, that ness. So when that is there, only that thing exists. Now tell me very carefully, now where is dehasya cha kutaha atmata? How can you think of this small body as yours?